Tomorrow, May 12th, it's the birthday of Florence Nightingale. And it is also Myalgic Encephalomyelitis Awareness Day. It's been that way for quite a few years now. I think I had a display up on the Indianapolis Monument Circle one year with just my minivan, a table, and some chairs and pamphlets. And the following year, I actually built a backdrop. It was actually quite interesting. Out of PVC, painted it red, had a nice blue tarp, and put the letters on it for MECFS, or as it was being called then, CFIDS, which is chronic fatigue immune disorder syndrome. That acronym has kind of gone by the wayside, but it still semi-applies. That was in the late 80s, I believe. Yeah, I think late 80s. And there have been events scheduled for May 12th. In the past few years, there have been events that people would send their shoes to put on the stair steps of power to show how many people are missing from their lives because of this illness. And it's got a hashtag millions missing because of this illness. And it has the connotation that a lot of the people with this illness you never see because they can't get out of the house. Some can't get out of their beds. And the people who can work, who have mild ME, you don't see them that much either, because if they do something with you that's fun, or that they wanted to do, or that they've been looking forward to do, and they make themselves do it, you'll see them that day. You won't see them again for a very long time, because it takes a while to recover from an event, any kind of event. Weddings, funerals, coffee with a friend. So, May 12th is Myalgic Encephalomyelitis Awareness Day. And as one person said on Twitter today, we've had awareness for decades now, and the people who need to be aware still aren't. Do we need to do something new? There's a lot to be said for that viewpoint. We've been out here trying to do awareness for a long time. Don't seem to be moving the needle enough. It's just not enough. So many people have been waiting so long and so sick. It's just not enough. But when you've got an advocacy team of sick people, what in God's name do you expect? Seriously. I'm glad we've gotten as far as we have, but it's going to take organizations like the American Medical Association. I mean, beyond the CDC and beyond the NIH, and in England, beyond the NHS. It's going to take the actual medical societies, AMA, neurologists in America, metabolic physicians in America, immune doctors in America, physicians taking up the flag that we've raised numerous times, and we need the medical community to take that flag and run, because we can't run. We've gone as far as we physically can go. We need the medical community to get off their dead asses, take up the flag, and run. Teach your students in med school about this illness. Educate yourselves about this illness. CDC.gov. Look up chronic fatigue syndrome, the idiot name for it. Look it up and start reading, and keep reading until you've gotten it through your thick heads. Not only is it real, it is damaging. It is costing millions of dollars in productivity. It's affecting the economy. And if you talk about research dollars compared to other diseases, there are more people with ME than with MS. MS gets more money. Again, you've got a lot of sick people trying to do advocacy. I think we need some healthy people to do some advocacy, and healthy people with MD in back of their names. The medical community needs to educate itself. There are advanced credit courses available from the Bateman Center in Utah. Courses you can take online if you're a doctor and get continuing ed credits. This stuff really exists. It does. It's out there. You need to take advantage of it. If you have been shunting your patients away saying, well, I don't know what I can do for you, then you haven't looked for the ways you can help someone. There are ways to help someone with this illness. No, there's no cure. No, there's no clear diagnostic test per se, like a blood test. But there is a clear diagnostic pinpoint that can be used to diagnose it. Yes, we're sick and tired of being tired. We need more research dollars, or you won't have a blood test. That's simple. We have researchers who are working off of inadequate money to find huge answers for a problem that is right now incurable and partially untreatable. You can treat symptoms, and the doctors who do read at cdc.gov will get an idea that, yes, some things can help with some symptoms. So instead of just shunting your patient off because you don't want to deal with them, you might want to, help them. At least do no harm. Gaslighting a patient by saying it doesn't exist, it's all in their head, that's gaslighting. It's telling a lie to a patient, and it's causing harm. So how about you roll out that Hippocratic Oath one more time, take a good look at it, and then get yourself educated and get into the fight with us. There are doctors in the fight with us. Talk to them. Call them. Call Nancy Klimas in Florida. Call the people at Harvard. Call the people at Stanford. Call the people at Bateman Center. Talk to them. There's some really fine research going on right now. It's really interesting. Talk to them. Get yourself educated and educate your students. Awareness is one thing. Sometimes I think Awareness Week, Awareness Month, Awareness Day is kind of almost for our families and friends to be more aware. But no, we really need the medical community to step on up. We need doctors to know about it. We need nurses to know about it. We need physical therapists to know that there are limits on what an ME patient can do. Whole organization called Physios for ME has a lot of documentation on that for physical therapists. The truth is out there. Cue the music from... Anyway. Yes, it's Awareness Month, it's Awareness Week, it's Awareness Day on May 12th. Get yourself aware, medical community. You're needed. We do need you, but we need you to get educated so you don't keep gaslighting patients like has been done in the past by medical professionals. No, get the information. And they get moving. You likely have some patients like this in your patient grouping. You likely do. Take a look. CDC.gov. Chronic fatigue syndrome. You don't have to spell out myalgic encephalomyelitis, even though you can locate it with that too, but you can locate it with chronic fatigue syndrome. Go ahead. Start reading. Keep reading. Please. We need you to step on up, grab that flag,